Hello again, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me from the nation's capital. I'm Frederica Whitfield. And we begin this hour with breaking developments out of Atlanta on what CDC officials call a targeted and deliberate attack on its headquarters, a shooting that left one police officer dead, the suspected gunman also dead, and the CDC on lockdown for hours on Friday. The gunman possibly motivated by a hatred of vaccines, opening fire on the country's top public health institute, terrorizing the agency and neighboring Emory University and Emory Hospital. Sustained gunshots can be heard in a video taken from a coffee shop located about a half a block from where a gunman opened fire. Take a listen. Oh, that's a lot of gunfire. Earlier today, CDC leaders held a Zoom call speaking to its horrified staff about yesterday's attack. One employee told the agency director that they felt like sitting ducks. CNN correspondent Rafael Romo has more details now from the scene in Atlanta. Rafael, what are you learning about the man who opened fire?
Hi, Frederica. Well, the Georgia Bureau of Investigation has revealed the identity of the suspected shooter as 30-year-old Patrick Joseph White from Kennesaw, Georgia. Atlanta police say there was one single shooter involved who died during the incident. Law enforcement sources say the shooter carried two backpacks filled with ammunition and also had in his possession multiple guns, including two handguns, one rifle, and one shotgun. He was wearing what a law enforcement official on the scene described as a surgical mask. According to Atlanta police, the Friday shooting started just before 5 in the afternoon in this very busy part of the city near where Emory University and the Centers for Disease Control are located. CNN has obtained images of the impacts of some of the bullets that struck CDC facilities. Atlanta Police Chief Darren Shearbaum said officers responding to the shooting heard gunfire coming from the CVS pharmacy at this location and moved quickly to neutralize the threat.
We later found the shooter on the second floor of the CVS. He had been struck by gunfire. We do not know at this time whether that was from officers or if it was self-inflicted.
Responding officers also found a critically injured DeKalb County police officer who was immediately taken to nearby Emory University Hospital, where he died of his injuries. According to a DeKalb County release, the officer was identified as 33-year-old David Rose, who had joined the department last September. This is what DeKalb County CEO Lorraine Cochran Johnson had to say about his death.
This evening, there is a wife without a husband. There are 3 children, one unborn without a father. There is a mother and a father, as well as siblings, who also share in this traumatic loss.
As you can imagine, Fred, CDC employees are terrified that the building where they work was specifically targeted. According to 2 CNN sources, in a large and hastily arranged Zoom call earlier today, CDC leadership acknowledged that the Friday evening attack on their offices had been targeted and deliberate. There were at least 40 bullet holes counted in buildings 21 and 24. As well as a few in a third building, building 16. The buildings house much of the non-lab work at the CDC. And in a question and answer portion of the call, staffers tearfully told agency director Susan Monares they felt like sitting ducks. Frederica, now back to you.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Rafael Romo, thanks so much.